Hello, welcome to another video. Let's talk about the PlayStation 5 Pro and just like this generation little bits. So I'm recording this like directly after the announcement, so there's probably some things that are going to come out after this. Maybe some things change. Lord only knows, but it felt in a way rushed, this whole little thing in a way, just because it was like PlayStation kind of just out of nowhere was like, hey guys, we're doing a presentation for whatever hardware. You know, it's not game. It made clear it wasn't for games or anything. It was hardware and the next kind of thing in the PlayStation family. Made it super obvious that it was going to be a PlayStation 5 Pro. Would not make sense if it was PlayStation 6 just because of how this generation has gone. It took about 2 years before people could, routinely be able to go and actually buy a PlayStation 5, right? That's why I think the PlayStation 5 Pro is also in kind of a weird spot, because it's like it'll probably last 3 to 4 years before they go with like a PlayStation 6. But I am excited that there is a PlayStation 5 Pro. I think every console cycle is going to be doing this, like from now on. Everyone seems to already be doing it, where it's the base ones and then they make slight adjustments and whatnot throughout it, and then eventually the next generation comes. Now, the only issues with the PlayStation 5 Pro is kind of like a weird thing with gaming right now, where it feels we're at such like a plateau almost when it comes to just how much fucking hardware and such is in these consoles. They're very powerful. They produce really good graphics. They produce usually really good frames. And if there's development teams that are very, accustomed to working with certain consoles, like a lot of the PlayStation exclusive games, they run super well. There's not usually bugs, nothing like that with PlayStation console. PlayStation made games on their consoles because they know what they're doing. And a lot of the PlayStation 5 base consoles are still very powerful. They showed examples of different fidelity and stuff, and yes, it does look better. And yes, the big thing that they were showing off is basically you can have these games in fidelity mode so that you get the full resolution type stuff, but it performs at 60 frames per second, so you kind of get the both of the fidelity / performance mode type of thing. The big thing is they're trying to loop them together so they can produce that. And the way they're doing it, they talked about, was through some AI resolution type of thing. So they have AI program that basically upscales every single pixel while it's so it makes it render very faster because the AI is just always doing it. And they increased the GPU size, I believe. So I think it also will make the rendering and stuff like that way better, while also making things like ray tracing work even better. And it's essentially all the games that you play now on your PlayStation 5 that probably already look really good are just going to look better and should run better, right? Like, that's the basis of it all. What else does it have? Oh, something I did not notice is that it has a 2 terabyte SSD, which, if it didn't have that, I'd be kind of pissed. I'm going to say why in a minute or two, but that's nice. Having the extra storage is so nice. My Xbox has, I forget, it's just like the base Series X. I make do with the storage. Would it be nice to have more? Yes. I'm not going to go out and buy one of them little memory cards for however many hundreds of dollars, because it's not that worth it. Or rather just use my internet and delete and download a game kind of thing. But one issue that is definitely with this that I didn't notice right away is the fact that there is no disk drive in the PS5 Pro. It's sold separately, so it can do it. But I think that is a very big oversight, especially when it's like an upgraded version of an existing generation console. Like if you're going from PlayStation 5 to PlayStation 5 Pro, you're really narrowing who will like definitely go out and get it. Because if I had a PlayStation 5 with a disc drive, chances are I'm buying however many disc games for my PlayStation 5 to go along with probably having PlayStation 4 games on disc when it was much more common then to do that. And then all of a sudden, if I get this, I have to buy something extra also to then play all these games. Seems like an oversight. I know that so many of these consoles and the company, they all want to get away from discs basically completely to make more money, not spend as much. I personally want physical games to be there forever. I try to buy physical over digital whenever I really can. But that seems like a very big oversight for the fact that there's so many people now that are that they have been able to go out get PlayStation 5s, or the people that are day one when the option was disc or digital. Anyone that got a disc right now is probably like, well, I'm either spending more money to buy this attachment disc drive, or what, rebuying the games, or just not playing them, or keeping my old PlayStation 5 to play them on. Like, it's a little weird, personally. I think that they 100% should have just had a disc drive with it, because it is Pro. You'd expect that in a way. You'd expect all the gears with this goddamn thing, but that is not the case. Second thing I'm noticing, which is caused quickly on Twitter, people are not the happiest about this, is the price. They dropped the price. It is $700 on release. Also, it's coming out November 7th, so it's going to be out for Christmas time, which makes sense. I'm sure they're still going to sell lots of them. But the fact that it's $700 does feel like a steep price, because I'm pretty sure USD, the PlayStation 5 was $500. Slim, I'm not sure if that's different price. That might be. But I do think it's weird that this is a full $200 more than the disc drive one. I think the one with the disc drive was $500, I think. I could be wrong. But it just, people are off on the $700 right now, and I don't even think that they're trying to claim that it's $200 of added value. It's more so in how inflation has gone and everything, the parts, yada, all this corporate company speak. I think that's how they justify the price. But like, I live in Canada. I did quick conversion. That's like $950. We're getting out of console range and getting into goddamn PC range. Low end PC, but damn. Like, I'm sure the specs and everything, you can't find that for a PC for that price. But that's expensive. Like, me personally, I'm not going to get the PlayStation 5 Pro. I have way too many PlayStation 4 games. If I were to buy a PlayStation 5, I would probably just get a normal one with the disc drive, which I am hoping that this whole situation causes PlayStation 5 prices to go down. So maybe I could find one for, not breaking my bank account to get it. I don't know. People are upset. It does seem expensive. I think people were expecting, like, seeing older tweets from yesterday, people are kind of expecting around $600. $700 is definitely a gut punch for, I think, a lot of people, especially if you watch the actual presentation. Yes, it looks better, but the normal PlayStation 5 still looks really good. Worth of it, I'm not fully seeing it, but that's just me. I could be wrong. Yeah, it was exciting to see it though. It felt rushed too, also for the fact of, like, it was like 11 minutes. That's it. That was it. It was one guy. He just said it. He said the new stuff in it, shows some examples, and then is like, yep, here's some clips of games that are on the PlayStation 5 Pro, and then it just showed games. And to be fair, the whole thing looked really good. But if you told me it was just PlayStation 5, I probably wouldn't have fucking known, if I'm being honest. And then they dropped the price and the date, November 7th, this fall. Yeah, it's still fall then, for $700. So, is what it is. I am now hoping that PlayStation 5s go down in price so that I can maybe find one for a decent deal and just not have to worry about this. And then I can play any PlayStation 4 game or 5 game, whatever. My PlayStation 4, the poor thing, it's been kicking around since 2013. The damn thing wants to be put down, but I just won't let it. But that's what I want to talk about today. Big news yesterday. Big news in the gaming thing. Very exciting if you're a PlayStation fan, just because it's, the next step of consoles, or if you like video games too. It's crazy though, thinking like, dude, the PlayStation 5 and Series X kind of generation's been such a goddamn shit show so far. First 2 years of it were literally a wash, essentially, and it's not helping that it does, like, there are games, but it still feels like we're getting told there's games, but we're not getting the games yet. Hopefully we get them all, and it's goddamn amazing. But that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.